Today I'm going to crochet some cute and amazing hedgehogs. They are the perfect size to use them as keychains. I like to imagine they live in a magical fairy forest. I used cotton yarn in brown, fuchsia and beige, 3 and 2 mm crochet hooks, brown embroidery thread, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, a key ring, scissors, blush or something to paint the cheeks, a brush, 5 mm safety eyes, and stuffing. First, we start with a magic ring. Chain 1, then in round 1 we do 6 single crochets into the ring, always putting a marker on the first stitch. Pull this tail, in round 2 we make 6 increases, meaning 2 single crochets in the same stitch all around, until the end to have 12 single crochets. Make another single crochet in the same stitch. Again, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Another increase. And keep doing this sequence until the end. In round 3, we do 1 single crochet, then an increase, and we repeat this 6 times. By the end of this round, we should have 18 single crochets. 1 single crochet, an increase, which means 2 single crochets in the same stitch, one single crochet, increase, and we repeat this sequence until the end. Round 4 is a bit different. We start with a single crochet, then an increase. After that, we repeat 5 times what's inside the parentheses, 2 single crochets, an increase, and finally another single crochet. By the end, we'll have 24 single crochets. I'll leave this round complete for you, and you can follow along with the arrows. And finally a single crochet. I'm going to tidy up this strand which was left at the start of the magic ring, and you should do the same with the other parts we make: legs, arms, and nose. From round 5 to round 14, we'll do 1 single crochet in each stitch only, and each round should have 24 single crochets. Please don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up and share. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to place the eyes between rounds 7 and 8. And there will be about 2 stitches of space between the 2 eyes. In round 15, we'll do 1 single crochet, a decrease, then we do what's inside the parentheses, which is 2 single crochets and a decrease. Repeat the sequence 5 times, then finally do 1 last single crochet. In total, we'll have 18 single crochets. Remember, we just need to repeat the sequence inside the parentheses 5 times. And last single crochet to finish this round. In round 16, we do a single crochet, then a decrease, and repeat this sequence 6 times. By the end of this round, we should have 12 single crochets. And now we're going to fill the body. I always start by filling in between the eyes first and then the rest, making sure there are no empty areas or lumps. The body should look like a little cylinder, smooth without any bumps or dips. And in the last round, we do 6 decreases. And in the end, we should have 6 single crochets. I'm going to cut the yarn and then use a needle to sew the 6 single crochets together. We sew through the outer loop 6 times. pull the yarn fast enough, and finally weave in the end. Embroider the eyebrows with brown thread. Tighten up and weave in the ends. To make the ears, I'm going to use a 2mm hook. We're going to make a magic ring. And inside the ring, we'll do a single crochet, a half double crochet, and another single crochet. Pull the tail and cut the yarn. I'm going to use both strands to sew the ears between rounds 4 and 5. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Close to the eyes, and that's it. Just fast enough and weave in the ends. Now with the same 2mm crochet hook, I'm going to crochet the nose. I'm going to make a magic ring. In the first round, I'm going to make 4 single crochets into the magic ring. In round 2, I'm going to make 4 increases. By the end of this round, we should have 8 single crochets. I'm just going to finish off, so skip this stitch and insert the needle into the next one. I'm gonna pull this tail, then insert the needle where I started, pull through again, and that's it. Now I'm going to embroider the nose, making a V shape. When you finish embroidering, don't forget to fasten off. We sew the nose in line with the eyes. And passing the needle through the body, grabbing only one loop and not the entire stitch. And then pass the needle through the back loop of the nose. Remember, don't take the whole stitch, just one loop. Continue sewing like this around the nose. With a 2mm crochet hook, we are going to make the legs and arms. Make 4 single crochets into the magic ring. In round 2, make 4 single crochets. And leaving a long tail for sewing. We're going to sew the arms until round 9 at 1 stitch from the eyes. I'm going to sew them passing the needle through the one loop of the body in through the back loop of the leg, just like we sewed the nose. And we sew the legs onto round 13, aiming to align them with the arms. To make the spikes of our hedgehog, we are going to use the 3mm crochet hook. We are going to crochet them over rounds 3 and 4 behind the eyes. We are going to make a slip knot, and I'm gonna leave this long tail to sew the keychain later. We are going to insert the hook, a slip stitch, chain 3, then make one single crochet in the second chain from the hook and another single crochet in the next chain. Insert the hook in the next stitch, and make a slip stitch. Again, chain 3, two single crochets along the remaining chains, and a slip stitch in the next stitch. In this part, I'm going to make the spikes between rounds 15 and 16. Repeat this process around, always trying to crochet behind the ears, legs, and arms, and it's like making the petals of a flower. I'm going to make a slip stitch where I made the first spike. With this tail, we're going to sew the keychain later, so don't cut it. Chain 3 and 2 single crochets in the remaining chains. And a slip stitch in the next stitch behind. So we just repeat the process of the spikes around, always aiming for only one stitch gap between rounds to make it dense enough. Then we've completed all the rounds around to make it this dense without gaps. Now let's finish off and hide the yarn tail. Sew the key ring, don't forget to fasten off and hide the yarn tail.